Hey guys, Wenzel here. We're gonna be running T5 dungeons for 10 hours today. We're gonna start an hour short of midnight and follow through till 9, that's when the daily update hits. That way we can be precise with the hour mark. We're gonna be using a Swole Benji build that I saw from him. That's the first time I saw this build. It's really great, really fast. As you level it up, it's really fast to level up. Not that hard to do actually, just need to learn the combo. And you'll have a lot of damage. We're gonna be using pork omelets with the build because it synergizes well as with the cooldown reduction. The invisibility potion is not needed. I hate having an empty inventory slot. You're gonna be using the ram because he has a lot of carry capacity even when not mounted, but we're gonna be filling up the inventory slots before we fill up the actual amount weight capacity. So we're gonna be having to go back to the city a few times, and we're gonna factor that, as well as we're gonna factor the time it gets to you find a new dungeon. How long you take. Sometimes you find one right away, sometimes it takes a while. And I expect the drops to vary with the amount of people that are playing at the same time or running T5 dungeons at the same time, and the black market influence as well. So we can kinda see that. I'm not sure if 10 hours is enough to actually make conclusions, but we'll see how much. I hope we get a lot of legendaries, so it's always good to get legendary and some good loot. I've run dungeons to get crappy loot lately, and I really want to test it, so here it goes. So we did start slow. We did get 25,000 treasure in our first chest, which was nice. But mostly it was runes and a couple gold bags, not really worth it. But the good thing is that we were doing dungeons rather fast, and I knew that by the time we ended we would have a lot of items, even if they don't drop consistently in chests. We were doing kinda like a chest per every 3 minutes or so, maybe less. And that means we were doing a lot of chests an hour, so we kept on going, and we still had 9 and something hours ahead of us. And the dungeon kept spawning the same place for some reason, which was nice. And runes. And we got more runes here. And guess what? Items this time. 3 items in the same chest. Not bad, even if they suck. And tomes. Who does not need tomes? 2000 XP, how exciting. But talk about exciting, I noticed right away that this was a legendary, so too bad the boss was not one-shottable, as every single boss there is. It's just boring. But anyway, legendary is nice. And the net has about 131k plus 4 gold bags. By the half hour mark we were up to 230k, not counting gold bags. I keep talking about gold bags for one reason, and you'll see in the end, they do add up, and we're gonna make more than 1 million just in gold bags. Ooh, 5.1. Not too shabby. And our first double boss. Guess what, it came with double disappointment in loot. So, in here I was getting a purple chest, I was expecting something, I just came back for these drops, and guess what? 5.3 boots. You know what, it's better than the chest. Way better. But I realized I could not show every single chest, because the video would be like an hour long, so I started cutting them off and just showing a few. By the end 1 hour mark we had almost 400k just in inventory alone. Mostly in runes. Runes are really expensive because they do add up, not like the items. We stole a dungeon from one guy here, but not that worth because loot was shit. Good for him. We did end up almost in the end stealing a 6.1 dungeon by mistake. The guy was so mad. I only realized once I almost got the second boss that it was actually a 5.1 treasure map that he opened. It was quite funny. He was pissed. And tier 6 items, not bad. And a hat. Some boots, crap. Some more crap. Crap with 2 bags of gold. And crap with 4 bags of gold. Anyway, it kept going like this. And I knew the drops would be better after a certain point in time, because there was still a lot of people playing around this time. Especially since Soulbench told everyone to play these dungeons around 1 AM, so thanks, Soul. So by almost 2 hours in, we purchased a bank tab and started dumping our items, and it was a lot, but right back we go. And the thing that hits you the most is that after doing the same thing for so long, even if you start getting items, it starts getting boring. Good thing there was some guy, some dude, some random Jesus that decided to roam the plains in red. I think he was running from gatherers for some reason. Yeah, there he goes. It's so good to get some PvP in. Poor guy. So anyway, we killed him and then went back to our stuff. And yes, the loot starts getting a lot better. Not consistent, but better overall. Look at that, 5.1. Nice. Our second drop came around 3 AM. Not as expensive as the first one, but our first chest came 4.5 hours in, and it was not that great. The first chest was good, second chest was crap, third chest was crap, and the fourth chest, not even talking about it. It sucked. By 6 AM I was tired and I just wanted to stop because loot wasn't that great anymore for some reason, and I was afraid I was starting to get slower in my clears. So I decided to stop at 7 AM and finish the last 2 hours after the daily update, and that's what I did. So after running dungeons for 10 hours straight, we finally take a look at our loot. We got over 2 million just in equipment alone. The rest we got in runes, gold bags, treasures, etc. And altogether we got 6,014,751 silver in 10 hours, which by the way is not that much. There's a lot of activities that will give you more gold, and if you're doing it for the experience, it's not that great too. You can do solo dungeons and get a lot more experience. If you want gold and experience at the same time, you should run T8 dungeons or T7 dungeons in the black zones with crap gear. Once you get good specs, you can actually run them quite easily, and yes, you'll die a few times, but that's good for 3 reasons. First, it improves your knowledge of the game. Second, you realize that you'll die sometimes, that's okay. And fourth, you finally start getting into PvP, and that's the fun part of the game. As for the money, you'll get a lot in T8 zones and T7 zones. It's not worth to stay in T5s, where the loot is shared by everyone. So, I'm gonna bring another video, maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, of another 10 hours of farming, a different kind of farming, safe, and one that you don't have to pay that much attention to the screen. And I know for sure that you can hit premium in that time. And that's gonna be my next video, so see you there, guys. So for those of you who want to see the loot, here it is. I'll let you take a quick look at it. I think I'm gonna sell everything, keep some. We did get some 5.3 boots here, two of them, knight boots and soldier boots, and 6.2 as well, as long as some satchels. And we could not fit everything in one tab, so I had to buy two tabs. There goes the profit. I actually got these runes from a single chest and a common one, and it was by far the best chest I had all night. So don't go for the legendaries, there's some money somewhere else.